Hi, Alan Stratton from Woodturning. For this video I decided to make a dish. It's modeled after one I saw hanging on the wall in a hotel I visited last week. It kind of resembles to me a flower. Now how do I do that? Well, it's magic, right? Well, it's actually a fairly distinct process. Start the same way as you would, hollow the same way as you would, with one major exception. Leave a broad brim on the bowl. Then dig out the carving tools and go to work. So let's make this flower-shaped bowl. I'm starting this project with some maple. Someone in our club has harvested it and sealed the ends. Right now it is mostly dry. I've rough cut it on the bandsaw. Normally I would be aggressive in shaping the bottom of the bowl and creating a nice curve for the bottom. This time, however, I'm focusing on cleaning up the rim with only a little wood removal. I want to leave a thick ring around the base. That will be the wavy flower petals. For now, I'm cutting a simple tenon. With the bowl reversed, I would normally start hollowing. This time, however, I only want to cut a small mortise. Why a mortise? A tenon is easier but would require cutting away some of the thickness of this blank. I know I will hollow this bowl, which will remove the mortise, but at least for now I want to keep it as thick as possible. With that mortise, I can now complete the bottom side. Here I want a mortise mount also. I will be carving a lot on the rim, and I don't want the risk of the carving tool hitting the chuck. A mortise mount reduces this risk by reducing the diameter of the jaws. So now I'm cutting a simple flare on the bottom and completely finishing the foot. After sanding the foot, I'm signing it now while it is still mounted in the chuck. Later will be problematic. Then touch up the foot. I am reversing the bowl again now into the mortise in the foot. I start hollowing with the live center in place to help stabilize the bowl for heavy initial cuts with a bowl gouge. Then remove the live center for more hollowing. Normally I would follow the exterior curve for the interior. This time I am not. I want most of the hollowing in the center, leaving a thick rim. This means I cannot follow the exterior. I have to dive down and intersect the flow near the center. This makes it difficult to gauge thickness by eye, and I have to stop and measure quite frequently to see how close I am to the exterior wall and the foot thickness. I'm finishing up with a heavy bowl scraper. I'm sanding now in case I cannot later. I'm starting the carving with a very coarse cutter in my carving tool. The bowl is still mounted to the lathe. This is the best bowl holding tool that I have. I decided not to measure the spacing between the waves. By eye, I want some irregularity in both spacing and depth. I go around the bowl a couple of times to deepen and expand the waves while feeling the thickness of the wood between my fingers. Next, I've switched to a coarse rasp cutter. This will not remove wood as fast, but it will leave a better surface. Again, I'm going around the bowl several times, feeling the thickness, the surface, and smoothing out quick transitions. Next, I'm switching to a sanding cutter to smooth out the surface somewhat. Finally, I'm going up through the grits with my air-powered random orbit sander. For finish, I'm using walnut oil. I'm giving it a good soaking before wiping off the excess. I've enjoyed turning this flower bowl. It is at least as good as the display that inspired this project. I should have spaced out the carving more because I did feel some temporary tension in my hand nerves. Good breaks would have helped. Still, I like this wavy little bowl. Maybe this one I can hang on a wall. This bowl was fun. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe on my website, tell your friends, and send me your comments and questions. Every week I make a new woodturning video. Please wear your full face shield since goggles are simply not enough protection. Until next week's video, this is Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns.